Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Da Falarota. Today I would like to share with you my amazing find. I was so excited when I saw it. I saw this deck for sale on one of the Polish sale sites, like eBay and this type of thing. And it was so cheap. Together with delivery from a very, very nice lady, it cost me around $9. So I just grabbed it straight away. I didn't even really check anything about it. I just saw that the cards don't have the copyright on them, and I bought it. So when it arrived, and it arrived today, the cards are in really good condition. Take a look. This is this beautiful stock, not the plasticky one, but just the paper one with gorgeous lines, clear printing, beautiful colors, not the kind of quite scary saturation which the new decks and plasticky editions have. There's 2 extra white cards just in case. The box is quite okay, like nothing too wrong with it, a little bit worn off on the corners here. It said that it was first published in 1910. It was reprinted many times till 1939, and the second edition was printed in 1971. But the little booklet here, it says that this edition is from 1972, so at least I do not have to struggle and figure it out when was it printed and what not. So it is still the London address, but it says here that it was printed for Rider-Waite Company, London, by Müller and CIE, Switzerland. So it was printed in Switzerland. Pamela Coleman Smith, so there's no mistakes here. And it says it's in association with Waddington Playing Cards Company. So I'm not quite sure. I was listening to Mindful Tarot's videos on Rider-Waite Smith because Lisa is doing quite a big research on the different printings and different editions of this deck. I'm not sure if I have the flashing full and what's it all about, but I'm definitely sure that the cards are amazing, and I'm not the biggest fan of Rider-Waite Smith decks. I mean, I do like all historic and classic tarot, but it's not the one of those decks that just really gets me going. But I have to say that holding in my hands this edition with this beautiful silkiness in the paper and the gorgeous colors, and kind of knowing the story behind it, how long this deck has been alive and it's still doing quite well for itself, having like millions of copies of it in all forms and colors. Yeah, I'm excited to own it. So I just show you, everyone knows this deck, but just as I said, so there is no copyrights on the cards. As you can see here, the printing of the border. I know that we complain now about not equal borders, but this one doesn't seem to be very equal either. But not all of them are like this. Most of them have equal borders. But look how you can see everything on Queen of Pentacles. I have other, newer editions of this deck, and sometimes it's just either her face is really orangey, or you cannot see the details on that throne. Gorgeous cards in feel, and there's no copyrights. The backs are the same, but there's no at all no gloss over those cards. They bendy, they shuffle well, but they all papery. So they probably would bend. I mean, maybe they would get worn off a little bit faster because of no lamination on them. What else can I show you? What else can I say about these cards? I don't know. I just like them. They just regular kind of Rider-Waite Smith. I'm not sure about the font, if it changed in the new ones. I will have to check it out with Lisa. Lisa, if you watch it, please comment. I I only have the mini edition now of Rider-Waite-Smith and the one when I chopped off all the names, so I cannot really compare. But I want to find the full and show you what about it. If this is the blushing full, I don't know. I don't even know how it should look like. But also the clouds, like, can you see like the detail and kind of the scratchiness on the clouds? You cannot really see it in the new editions. So this is the full. It does look kind of reddish and as if it was blushing. But is this the blushing full? I don't know. So anyway, I'm really kind of loving this. I'm loving the feel of it and I'm loving the story behind it. And also I have to say I received recently in my swaps another two decks, two vintage decks of vintage. One comes from 1988 and the other from 1969, so it's even older than this one. I'm just going to show you just quickly these two decks now. Just give me a sec. So I bought the other two decks on English eBay. My friend just brought it for me from England. One is the Elemental Tarot, and this is the first edition from 1988. And to be honest, I love the little book. I don't know if you can see, there's this texture on it. It has this gorgeous pages and paper, and yeah, it's the first printing from 1988. It's got these beautiful drawings and the cards are described like this. There's some symbols also because it's a little different, this tarot, to everything else. So this book is so cute. It's kind of like, you know, not very big. The cards were well used, so it's not a new, but they felt so good. I had a really beautiful exchange with the lady from whom I bought it, and she was really lovely, so they feel really good. And I know I will still use them for a long time. Yeah, they still papery and stuff. So this is the Elemental Tarot. It's a little bit different to regular tarot, but of course based on the regular tarot. All the majors have these quotations. I am the slave of him who prepared me. Some of them are better than others. So this is air. This is the major, sun. And it says, come forward to me and establish great ones among the small. Come forward to childhood. It's about awareness. And all the small arcana, so this is water, that's the symbols. There's these little symbols which you have explained at the end of the book. They're really cool as well. Like a lot of them, if you get to know them, they give you extra hints to the card. This is fire, so wands, and that's air, and this is earth, so pentacles. And this is a really interesting deck, and I think the artwork is beautiful. It's kind of along the lines of artwork which I like on tarot decks. Quite simple, symbolic, bold. The colors are beautiful. It's kind of, you know, primal. So if you get hold of this deck, I know that like you can still buy it. It's of course out of print, but there were later editions. So the Elemental Tarot, and then the other deck which I got also on eBay was the Untitled Egyptian Gypsies Tarot, and I was looking for this old Grimoire version, and I found one without, you know, cornered edges and with different back to what's been printed later on, and the paper is really thick and the colors are beautiful. So you can take a look at this. And Etteilla came up with the reversals, so I just bought this deck to get to know tarot from, you know, more historical traditional side. Somebody's ringing. Okay, but anyway, so this is the Etteilla tarot, which I wanted to show you as well, and as another vintage deck I got, and I will share about it more later on when I actually like bite into it. Okay, nice talking to you. Bye.